Yo! What is going on? How are we feeling this morning? It is a beautiful Friday morning. 6 a.m. on the screen. 6:25 actually. I told y'all I was gonna be back. I stayed up till 10 o'clock last night. I had my draft on the TV, pizza in hand, Snapple zero sugar tea in the other. I had dogs on the couch. I had fiance on the couch playing Minecraft on the big screen. And we were dived in full on head first into a draft tell-all that I said the draft last night was going to be good, but I didn't expect it to be this crazy. I could be tripping, and it seems like a lot of people, a lot of analysts, a lot of people out there are like downplaying. To me, this draft, there are people that won mega, and we'll talk about it. There are people that bombed their pick, and we'll talk about it. And there are people that are still on this board that we did not think were still going to be there. We're going to talk about it. So you might as well put a couple of Pop-Tarts in the toaster. You might as well start scrambling some eggs, grab a blankie, because it's about to get serious up in here. And what is it going to get serious for? Another episode of Yo, we were trying something new with that intro, and I think it's fire. All right. So draft day is here, ladies and gentlemen. Round 2 and 3 is in front of us. Let's talk about what we just saw last night. Picks 1 and 2, Fernando Mendoza and David Bailey, are not really a surprise to anyone. We knew, we saw, we felt that this was going to happen. So I'm not confused if you're not confused. Does that make sense? Fernando Mendoza is the prodigal son in Las Vegas. He's going to be slinging the rock for years to come, and that's just what it is. I wish nothing but the best for him. He's going into a loaded team. Ashton Jeanty, Brock Bowers, Tyler Lindenbaum, revamped defense. Max Crosby's still there. Who are their wide receivers? Raiders wide receivers? Who knows? David Bailey. The Jets were busy this draft, and we'll talk about it. The Jets took 3 first-round picks. They traded back into the first round. Okay. So, David Bailey, great pick in my opinion. Great pick. If we look at it, first 2 picks. I'm just going to go through it one by one. Okay. Great first 2 picks. Cardinals, this is where it gets a little dicey. The Cardinals are in a rebuild phase of their career. They are rebuilding. The Cardinals could have traded back and gained capital and built up more a new team. When David Bailey went off the board and the Cardinals, the dude had to have been hurtling analysts to sprint to get to the phone to make this phone call, because right after the Jets pick was announced, Cardinals pick was in. Like, the graphic just boom, pick is in. And then I see Jeremiah Love come across my screen. Jeremiah Love is in for a career like Saquon Barkley. I guarantee that he is going to be really good. Jeremiah Love's going to be good no matter where he goes. Well, he'll do as good as he can with the Cardinals' abysmal O-line. And then he's gonna want to leave because he's not gonna be winning championships. He's gonna be in the prime of his career. He's gonna want something new, a new taste, and then he's gonna go to a different team and he's gonna be MVP and on the cover of Madden. It's just gonna happen. So then we get to pick 4, and I'm thinking, okay, maybe, well, since Arvell Reese is still there, the Titans are probably going to go get Arvell Reese, especially because Jeremiah Love is gone. Wrong! Carnell Tate? Why? This is a terrible pick. This is a terrible pick. Why, dude? Why are we drafting Carnell Tate? I mean, okay, let me say this. It's not terrible, as in, like, what are we doing? It's like, why? I just didn't see it coming. Obviously, I'm not Robert Saleh. I'm not the offensive coordinator, Brian Daboll. You know, I'm not there. I'm not seeing. So maybe they saw something I didn't. Cam Ward gets a weapon, though, nonetheless. Gets an absolute weapon. So then the steal of the night occurs. Giants draft Arvell Reese, which is even better than what I had them taking, which was Sonny Styles. Okay? Arvell Reese falls to 5. And now we're looking at it going, well, shoot. Giants might be legit this year. No cap. Giants might be legit. Then the Chiefs trade up for number 6. Now, I'm going to try and find... Okay. So the Chiefs are going to get pick 6, and the Browns are getting a first, a third, and a 5th. That... Are the Browns intelligent? Did Todd Monken just walk into the building and give everyone a brain in the Browns franchise? We might be cooking. That is a steal. So, the Chiefs giving away a first, third, and a 5th, trade up, grab Mansour Delane, which, let's be honest, I don't think Mansour Delane was going to be picked by the Commanders or by the Saints. So that is a, what do we call it? A waste of a draft pick, of a draft trade. Sonny Styles was a great pick, can't complain much there. Him in Washington's going to be really fun to watch. Too bad he'll probably...
Check out the Pando Pet Cafe to play with me.
Too bad he'll probably be traded. Like Chase Young, like Jordan, like Jonathan, whatever his name is, Jonathan Allen, Montez Sweat. The Commanders are going to be a bad team next year. But Sonny Styles, great pick. This one shocked me. Jordan Tyson, 8 overall. Again, this was another one of those picks that was immediate. Like, the Saints knew who they were going to take, and they were just making sure that no one else took him. This was crazy. Jordan Tyson. I don't like this pick. Mekhi Lemon was still there. At this point in time, Caleb Downs was still there. And we're taking Jordan Tyson? Shocking pick. It was a shocking pick. Spencer Vano, I mean, makes sense, you know what I mean? Pick 9, they traded back with Kansas City. They get their guy to protect Shador. Good for them. Pick 10, Francis Mauigoa. Great pick. Protect Jackson Dart. And you're just setting yourself up with for the future. So now you have Arvell Reese and Francis Mauigoa. Cowboys trade up 1 pick. And I was like, what? Pick 11. The Dolphins got 2 fifth-rounders and a first-round pick. Cowboys might have won this trade, though. I'm being so serious. Cowboys might have won this trade. The Cowboys getting Caleb Downs is just absolutely disgusting. I mean, that's just utter madness that I'm looking at on my screen. It's bonkers. Caleb Downs, who realistically, were the Dolphins going to take Caleb Downs? I don't think so. But Cowboys really wanted to make sure that they weren't gonna. And it cost them 2 fifth-rounders. Dolphins make a very safe pick here with Caden Proctor. Not gonna complain much about that. And then we get to the Rams. By far, the second worst pick in this draft so far, and the second most questionable. Third most questionable. The Rams must be so unbelievably confident in the rest of their team being locked in for a championship run that they spend a first-round pick on a third to second-round talent. Simpson was projected to go, like, what? Second round? Third round? And here he is off the board at 13. I was shocked. Out of my seat, off my couch, shocked. Pizza on the floor. I was shocked. This is insane. I would not have made this pick. I would have grabbed Ruben Bain, Makai Lemon, like, what are we doing? Are we lost? Sean McVay must be dialed in into something I'm not aware of. He might be on a whole other plane of aura, of existence, that I just don't understand it. Great pick. I projected him to go there, so you might as well just call me up to ESPN now, because I'm locked. This shocked me, though. 15 overall, Tampa Bay's calling to run this pick to the podium. Listen, from pick 14 down, I was begging my TV. I was trying to enter a genuine, niche, aura-filled flow state, right? I'm entering a flow state. Trying to get Ryan Poles to make a phone call. Hello? Tampa Bay at 15. Jets at 16. Let's make a trade. Let us trade up so we can get Ruben Bain. But we didn't. Instead, Bucks got Ruben Bain. Might be the steal of the night. This is the most shocking fall of the night right here. Ruben Bain Jr. Bucks got a stud. Tyler Shuck, or whatever his name is, should be quivering in his shoes. Michael Penix and Tua are going to be quivering in their boots. Bryce Young, cooked. Pick 16. The Jets, with Makai Lemon still there, with Monroe Freeling still there, with a number of people on the board still, they take Kenyon Sadiq, which I'm pretty sure statistically and analytically, in one of my mocks I had Kenyon Sadiq going there. That's just crazy to me. But leave it to Aaron Glenn to do some chicanery and shenanigans like that. This pick didn't shock me, but it did. At first, I was laughing at my TV, but then I was like, you know what? It might be good. I personally would have taken Freeling over Blake Miller. But what do I know? I'm just a loser chud sitting on my gaming chair recording videos in my house at 7:15 in the morning. What do I know? Now, what I'm not worried about is the Vikings. What are we doing? The Vikings kick their GM to the curb, okay? And their new GM steps in. Skull Nation's locked in. I mean, Emmanuel McNeil-Warren, Dylan Thieneman, Makai Lemon, Peter Woods, Caden McDonald is still there. And we take Caleb Banks, the dude who has a history of injuries, and he broke his foot at the combine. But we're locked in on spending a first-round pick on a defensive tackle when there's Dylan Thieneman and Emmanuel McNeil-Warren still sitting there waiting for the phone call. Slop. So, pick 19. Panthers realizing, oh shoot, Tampa Bay just got a dog. Monroe Freeling. It's cinema. Great pick, though, by the Panthers. Okay, so then the Eagles trade up. They get first-round pick 20, and a 2027 7th-rounder for 2 4th-rounders and a 1st-rounder. Cowboys won this trade again. Cowboys are cooking. The Cowboys are cooking. They get Makai Lemon, which goes to show that when you do this at your interviews, yeah, I'm locked in. I'm going to score touchdowns and catch ball. You know what I'm saying? Like, just so that y'all don't think I'm crazy. Makai Lemon interview at Combine. Oh, I don't want to get copyrighted. Give me a minute. Just so I don't think that I'm crazy. Just so y'all don't think I'm crazy, because I've done that impression twice, and I don't want everyone to think that I'm, like, dumb. Uno momento, por favor.
Yeah, let's do it. What was the first jersey you had as a kid? First jersey? Probably in Costa Mesa. That's when I probably started playing flag football. Yeah, definitely. You know, that's the type of mentality you gotta have. You know, anywhere you go, you gotta think you the best and dominate.
Can I get your top 5 receivers today, no order?
Top 5. Oh, that's a tough one. I'm gonna go 3 for you for sure. I'm gonna go Jay Jettis. I'm gonna go. Just having the support that I do have, sure I stay level and just running fast and just catching every ball.
I mean, I'm not making this up. Makai Lemon had a really weird combine interview, and it shows. He fell to pick 20. Could have fallen lower. Okay, so then the Steelers, I mean, draft night's in Pittsburgh, so there's a lot of fans. They draft the only tackle left, Max. I don't know how to say that last name. I think that's a little bit of like a type situation. Akeem Mesidor to the Chargers. I had no idea that this was going to happen. Good for them, though. They get a dog. They get a dog to replace, to come in and learn under Khalil Mack. Cinema! Okay. Dallas is cooking with these trades, and then they serve up this pile of slop. Kendrick Falk is still there, and we're drafting Malachi Lawrence! What are we doing? Number one, the Bears were supposed to get Malachi Lawrence in round 2. So, I'm coming for you, Jerry Jones. No, I'm not. It's just a joke. It's just a prank. Listen. Why are we drafting Malachi Lawrence in round 1? What are we doing? Wow. Anyway, KC Concepcion. Great pick. I personally would have gone with Denzel Boston, but again, I'm just a loser sitting on my chair recording videos in my house. I'm not at the combine. I'm not doing the stats analysis. I'm not doing the videotape analysis. I'm not in the building 40 hours a week, 50, 60, 70 hours a week. I'm not in the war room. I'm not there. I don't know. But KC Concepcion, are you kidding me? Great pick. Ooh, Bears. Bears locked in. Okay? Now, when I'm sitting here with the Bears on the clock, panicking, right? Hyperventilating, I'm thinking there are, realistically, 3 picks that I would have been most excited for. Dylan Thieneman, Keldrick Falk, or Caden McDonald. Any of those 3, I would have been like, yippee! I would have been like, dancing. And we got one of those guys. Dylan Thieneman, however you say his name, is an animal. I am so ready to watch this dude in the backfield with a 4.38, mind you, speed. With Kobe Bryant, no fly zone. I'm talking, it's about to be deadly in that backfield. It's about to be disgusting. And I'm ready for it. Then, from here down, it's just straight slop. The Texans trade up with Buffalo. Oh, man. Buffalo fleeced the Texans. Buffalo got their first, the Texans' first-round pick, a 3rd, and a 5th. They got a 1st and a 3rd. Okay, so Texans might be balancing out. But then the Texans, with this newfound position, 2 spots up, draft a dude, Kalen Rutledge. Why? Worst pick of the night. Worst pick of the night. Why? What? Then everyone just got the itch to start trading. Dolphins trade up from 30 to 27 in exchange for a 3rd and a 1st to get Chris Johnson when Jermon McCoy and Colton Hunt are still there. What are we doing? Are we lost? Pats. The Patriots then proceed to trade their first round. They get a 1st, and they trade their 1st and their 4th to the Bills. So the Bills are still realistically walking away with a 3rd, a 5th, and another, and a 4th. And a 4th, yeah. Patriots take Caleb Lomu. Okay, I guess. You just got Will Johnson last year, or whatever his name is. The guy with the short arms. He was busting it down, though, on the screen. Did you see that? Did anyone else see that, or is that just me? He was, doing this dance where he was like, I don't even know. Anyway. So, Peter Woods, Chiefs locked this down. Great pick by the Chiefs. I'm mad. After Peter Woods was gone and Caleb Banks was gone at pick 18, I said, Bears, please call the Seahawks. Call the Seahawks, call the Seahawks, call the Seahawks, please. Call the Seahawks. Get the Seahawks in, call them, draft Caden McDonald. I'd be the happiest man alive. I don't care. TJ Parker's still there. Okay. Omar Cooper Jr. The 49ers traded out of the first round. A second and a sixth for a first round pick. If that's the price we're going for here, why did the Bears not trade up with the Seahawks? Okay. So they get Omar Cooper Jr. Honestly, a great pick. Titans trade back into the first round with Buffalo. They give a first, a third, and a fourth. Wow. For a second, a third, and a fifth. That's just slop. The Bills GM is lost. Texans draft Keldrick Falk, great pick. Then the Seahawks round out the night with Jadarian Price. To say that I was shocked would be an understatement. So let's run this down. A. Okay. I guess we can make that argument. I don't understand why they drafted Jeremiah Love, but hey, I'm just a small bean. I don't know. Falcons, I don't know why we're grading the Falcons. They didn't have a pick. They did not have a pick. They did not possess a pick. Can we lock in? Ravens got a B+. Don't know why. Vega was a great pick. What? I guess, but I mean, TJ Parker's still there. I don't know. Panthers A. I agree. That was a great pick. That was a great pick by the Panthers. Bears A. Of course it's an A. Chef Paul's in the kitchen. He's always cooking. Has not missed on a draft once in the first round. Darnell Wright, Colston Loveland, Rome Odunze, and Caleb Williams. Dylan Thieneman. The dude is chefing it up 3 Michelin star style. Stick that in your skillet and let it simmer, dog. Cincinnati Bengals, no first round pick, but their first round pick is the equivalent of Dexter Lawrence. We'll see. Cleveland Browns, great first round for them, honestly. Spencer Fano, Casey Concepcion, great pick. Why are we giving the Cowboys a B+? I guess because of Malachi Lawrence. Don't know. Denver Broncos, why are we giving them A? I mean, Jalen Waddle for a first-round pick, that's pretty good. Detroit Lions, A. Yeah. Considering they passed on Monroe Freeling, who went 2 picks later, we'll see which player has a better NFL career. But I think the Lions made the right call. Okay. B. Traded their first-round pick along with their next year's first for a dude with an ACL tear. Wow. Wow. All that just for the Packers to be the 7th seed again. Slop. I would have given this a D. What are we doing? C, Sauce Gardner. Okay. B, no first round pick. Trade up for Travis Hunter. Okay. B plus for Mansour Delay and Peter Wood. I think that's kind of crazy. Vegas. Why are we giving this just a straight A? I'm sorry, but I'm not on the Mendoza hype train. I hope he's a good quarterback, but I get the vibe that he's not going to be. And he might. And he might shock. He'll be serviceable. Welcome to the league, Kirk Cousins 2.0. Okay, good pick. This was just, I mean, this is just slop. This is just utter slop to me. Los Angeles Rams literally giving Matthew Stafford the Aaron Rodgers treatment is wild to me. When Ruben Bain and Mekhi Lemon are still there. B for Caden Proctor. Yeah, this Chris Johnson slop is just... Let's see. B plus? What? D. A minus with Caleb Lomu, sure. B for Jordan Tyson. Caleb Banks was a better pick than Jordan Tyson? Is this straight slop? Giants should have an A plus in my opinion. That was crazy. A minus. They filled their needs. B for Mekhi Lemon. A. Okay. A. B for Jadarian Price. That should be a D. A. Ruben Bain. B plus. Carnell Tate, Kendrick Falk. Okay. B for Sonny Styles? Wow. Well, folks. Okay. Wow. I'm just seeing straight slop today. Listen, day one has come and gone. Okay. I'm going to be traveling out of town for the weekend, so I'm going to be watching day 2 and day 3 of this draft on the road. Now, stay tuned. There will be rundowns, there will be recaps, we will be going over it, don't worry. Thank you all so much for watching. After the draft is concluded, there will probably be 6, 7, there will probably be a break for a little while because there's not really much to talk about. Maybe some shorter videos with like the Bears mini camp and training camp and whatever, but there'll be a little bit of a hiatus. Then when the schedules release, Madden ratings release, we will start coming back in full force in anticipation for the NFL season, and it's going to be cinema. So, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, ting, subscribe, cha-ching, and lock in. And until then, you know what to do. Cack out.